Hey gang, today we're going to talk about how to deal with some clusters. I've given you videos where we showed you how to break up clusters, come off three rails and break up clusters. If you haven't seen those videos, then you're probably not subscribing and you don't have that little bell activated so you can see them. But this is series 10 in this 10-part series. And if you haven't seen them all, like I said, you're missing some good shots. And some of them are prerequisites to what I'm going to be showing you today. So make sure you catch up and see episode 1 through 9 of this series. It's probably going to be 20 or 30 episodes because I really get a lot of positive feedback from these. People love to see these 5-shot videos, so I'm going to keep them coming. So let's get started real quick. The first thing we're going to talk about is I call it the APA break, but we've all been victims of these breaks where the balls just simply are not scattered enough, and now it's your turn to shoot and you have to come up with something. So let's look at a couple ideas here and see, based on some things that we've already covered, what you should do. Now, a lot of amateur players may play this 14 ball here because it's a relatively easy shot. The question is, how does that benefit you? You can come into this cluster a little bit, but keep in mind, your goal with 8-ball is not to run 1 or 2 balls. The idea here is to find a way to run out and to get more run outs. And I understand that some people have never had a run out in their lives, and that's fine. I'm going to show you how to get to those points and the things that more advanced players might see in a cluster. I'm going to look at this 3-7 because this 3-7 has a 90-degree line straight for the pocket. And if you watch video 1 and video 2 of this series, you know that if I strike the 3-ball here, it's going to go in that pocket there. And at the same time, I can break up this cluster. So this is the shot that I would take, and it looks like this. So I made my ball. I had 0 risk of making the 8-ball, and I have a legitimate opportunity to, if not run out, at least come close to running out and then play a decent safe. Okay, gang, here's another situation where creativity is probably going to be king. You don't have to worry about so much making the 8-ball if you break up that cluster, but you're going to need to do it. So again, we're looking at a situation where we want to break these up, hopefully keep shooting, but at least make a ball. The worst thing that can happen here is that you break these up and you don't make a ball. So I need you to be confident in this first shot. So I know that a lot of people look at this and they say, okay, I'm going to make the 1 ball in the corner. But just as we just discussed, that doesn't help you any. You make the 1 ball, you might be able to come off this rail and go back into the rack. But that's not your goal. You don't want to have so many indirect hits on this rack. Oh, what we're looking to do here is play the 7 in the side pocket. And we're going to break the rack up at the same time. So let's look at the shot with the 7 in the side pocket. I'm going to use a little bit of low left English, which will make it a little bit more complicated. But we're playing the 7 in the side and we want to go into the rack. The shot looks like this. Okay, gang, here's another situation. It looks like we want the high balls here because it's really the only shot that is obvious on the table. What we want to look at is other options. Look at the table, walk around the table, see if you can find some situations. That 2-ball and 6-ball are lined up directly into that pocket. That 1 ball will come off the 2-ball and play the 6 in that corner pocket. That's the shot we want. This is not the shot we want. So we're going to call the 6-ball there, and we're going to play the 1 into the 2 to play the 6, and we're going to break these up as much as possible and give ourselves a legitimate chance to run out. So here, I'm going to not care about his, but where's the 8-ball going to go, and where's the cue ball going to go after this shot. So I'm going to shoot this with a little bit of draw just to keep the cue ball out of that cluster, try to get it back out here, and make the 6 ball. Give myself a legitimate chance to run out. Shot looks like this.
Okay guys, we're going to break this one up and play it to completion. What we're looking at here is the 1 ball, the 2 ball, and 2 strike balls that are out. Now, the 1 strike ball to your right is obviously the easiest shot, but we're looking at the 1 for one main reason. If we play that 1 ball, or even the 2, as a matter of fact, we can get into this rack. And the way we're going to get on it from the 1 is that 4-6 is pretty much a natural for the left side corner pocket. So we play a stun shot on the 1 to get position on this 4-6, and this is going to allow us to get at least 3 or 4 of those balls loose. If we really go into the rack, we can bring in a lot more balls. So this is the kind of rack that you have to go into 2 or 3 times to get your balls out of there. So the 3, 7, and 5 are all clustered up in there, but you see I managed to get the 3 ball out. So here's another shot that serves the only purpose is to get position on the 2 ball. So we get our ball off the table, but also I'm looking to get position on the 2 to come back into the rack. So we're really just hammering away at this rack 1 ball at a time in order to complete our run out. Here's another one, 5 in the corner. The attempt there was to free the 7 ball, but we get a nice kick from the 12 ball, which leaves the 7 ball available. Now that shot that you just saw is actually the best shot of the rack, and this one is pretty good too. This is high right hand English to avoid the 10 and the 9 to get on the 8, and you can see how the cue ball actually goes backwards on that shot. So those last 2 shots were actually the best 2 shots of the rack. And so just to give you an idea of how you can play these racks, and you don't have to worry about spreading the balls all over the table. Just get rid of them 1 at a time and you'll be in good shape. So you're looking at a replay of the very same rack, and a couple things that I want you guys to pay attention to. One, that I didn't just shoot into the rack. I got position for a shot that was inside the rack. So I walked around the table, saw where the shot was, played the 1 ball to get me on the 4 and the 6, and then just made a medium speed stroke to get them out of there. It's a lot easier when you have an idea which direction the balls are going to go once you hit them in the cluster. Now that shot that you just saw, the only thing I knew about that shot when I took it was that the 5 ball was going to come out. Anything else was a little too complex to figure out the direction of each one of those balls. But as long as you have an idea what is going to happen when you hit that cluster and where your 8 ball is going to be and things like that, you're going to be okay. But just understand that sometimes you're going to be shooting these balls with the intention of freeing up 1 or 2 at a time and then going back in the cluster for the rest of them. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate your support of this channel. Let me know how you guys make out. And of course, don't forget to subscribe.
Hey gang, it's Bryan from FXBilliards. First, I want to thank everyone who subscribes to this channel for your continued support. And those of you who don't subscribe, I know you're out there. 75% plus of our views come from people who don't subscribe to the channel. So if you're not subscribing to the channel, you're missing some content, guys. I wanted to announce that we are going to have a members section of FXBilliards. Now, what this means is that if you hit that join button and you want to be a member, there's certain perks that you're going to get. We will have some behind the scenes videos, some how we make the videos, how we lay out the videos that we're going to be doing and how we actually make them. You'll also see some bloopers because, believe it or not, I don't make all of those amazing shots on the first try. I do put some outtakes in the videos from now and then, but you'll see, the bloopers. How many times did it take Bryan to make that 5-rail kick shot or whatever the case is? You'll also get a discount on our merchandise and have access to my books online for free. So I hope you guys will subscribe. We will also have live chat, if I didn't mention that, and members will be allowed to participate in live chat. So if you hit the join button, I think it'll say join, but if you hit the join button, you will also besides the live chat, you'll have access to everything else that I mentioned. But again, I look forward to having you guys as members. I look forward to seeing you on live chat, and you're going to have exclusive access to me. You'll have a special email address. You'll be able to possibly text me directly. So we're going to do as much as we can for members without it getting out of control. And hit that join button and see what the different levels are. For as low as, I think, 99 cents a month, you can become a member. So have a great day, and thank you again for all of your support.